evening. This is Mike Fruland. I'm here with Sam Johnson tonight, and we're at historic Tomahawk Stadium, nestled in the village of Indian Hill, and we're here to watch a lacrosse contest between two CHL rivals, the Wyoming Cowboys and your Indian Hill Braves. Sam, what do you see as the challenges tonight for Indian Hill for this game?
Well, it'll be interesting to see which team shows up tonight, Mike. We've had a really up and down season. I think the team, however, in the last couple of games seems to have righted the ship, so to speak, and playing some really, really solid lacrosse. Wyoming, on the other hand, I think historically, irrespective of records and teams that they've played, has always given us a good game. So I look for Wyoming to come out tough, and it'll be interesting to see how the Braves respond and if they can keep up the intensity that they've shown over the last couple of games.
Yep, I think you nailed it. We always seem to play Wyoming closer than we think we're going to, and it's a long-lasting rivalry, not just in lacrosse but in all other sports between these two schools. So this is a meaningful game, and for our seniors, probably the last chance they'll get to play against Wyoming. So starting for Indian Hill, in the goals, Henry Mayu. We've got Xander Johnston, Wyatt Fruland, and Sammy Richardson at attack. Duke Weiler is short stick on the wing, along with his big brother Graham Weiler as the LSM. Starting at D, we've got Kenny Devine, a sophomore, Josh Young, a junior, and Tyler Johnson, a senior. And here's the face-off between Sam Richardson, and Sam wins the face-off, and Duke Weiler comes up with the ground ball, spins it up to Sammy. Sammy gets his touch, and the offense is underway. I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Round to Xander. Xander kicks it around top. Brad Upham in, along with Jack Wilson. Back over to Sam. Who's our third midi? Cole Warbrick's on the crease. Wyatt's coming around the corner on number 18. Hits Cole Warbrick on the crease for a quick goal. That was nice. That was a good look.
Very good look. Cole wide open on the crease over there. Caught the defense ball watching.
On a quick note, I just noticed on Twitter today that number 18, the defender on Fruland on that play, Shep Marty, just committed to play and continue his education at Otterbein, which is a great school here, D3 school in outside of Columbus. So it's
That's
always
excellent.
good to
We're
see
seeing a lot of these kids playing.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see these
level.
kids go onto the next level and see where they play. There's another ground ball. We got Will Kleekamp on the wing that time with the long stick, and he's going at it with number 19. Duke's trying to pick up the ball.
Good physical play, but no ground
so
ball
far.
yet.
There's going to be a push, and it's going to Wyoming for their first possession of the game. That's a physical that's a physical wing, and right now you got at LSM you got Will Kleekamp. Brian Lewis jumps in on defense along with Duke Weiler, and then the three aforementioned D-poles. We're missing Miller Alspaugh, the leader of our defense tonight. He is out for precautionary measures from an incident he had at practice last night, so hopefully it won't be long. But our defense is very solid, and there's a shot off cage by number 21, Sam Taylor, who's tearing up the statistics this year, as he did last year. Kicks it around. Number 7 is Tyler McIlvain. He's another guy to watch on this team. There's Brian pushing his
Brian
guy
going to
out.
challenge 22 outside.
Oh, there's a knockdown by Will Kleekamp, and maybe a ground ball at some point. And he does come up with a ground ball. Watch him go, Sam. He's like a fullback. He has absolutely no conscience when it comes to running up the field with the ball.
Coached him in the youth ranks, and he used to be an attackman, and apparently still thinks he is.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to mention. Sam Johnston, my sidekick tonight, has been coaching Indian Hill lacrosse For 12 years now? Were you coaching when your son was in first grade?
Coached for a long time, yeah.
Yeah, a long time. I was one of the coaches on the sideline when the eighth graders won their state championship several years ago, and therefore knows just about every one of these players. Jack Wilson at midi, kicking it back to Wyatt.
Looks like Wyoming's going to play a straight man against us tonight.
And I'm surprised at the matchup here. That's different than they've had. Oh, Wyatt off cage, backed up by Xander.
Figuring out the restart here.
Xander's got a good first step. Feed, goal. What a beautiful dodge and vision by Xander to catch Wyatt on the backside of that cage. That was, well, that's what they've kind of become known for, I guess.
Seen a lot of that this year and over the last couple years.
Yeah, that's good ball movement, good off-ball movement, and that's kind of the key to beating a lot of these teams is moving when you're not on the ball.
Looks like McIlvain's going to take the face off again for Wyoming.
Yeah, he seems to be their workhorse. I said treat him like Jake Stilsky because he's on the field almost all the time. And he just popped it loose from Patrick. He is their workhorse. He's the one-man clear. He's the guy that controls the top.
No, will he stay on offense?
He will stay on offense for sure. He will come off on defense when he gets a chance because that's where he's going to get his rest. But yes, he's on their man-up team. He's also on their man-down team. He's their all-around guy.
Opportunities tonight as Patrick comes off the field.
Yes, that's what I was mentioning. We've got to pay attention to that. If he's staying on and Patrick obviously is coming off, really
nice defense there by Tyler Johnson.
Yep, Tyler Johnson sagging in. We're in our zone, it looks like. 7 takes a shot off cage, bounces out. It's backed up by 22. That's one of their other attackmen, Canton Housefeld. He brings it back in. 17, their ex-attackman, Cole O'Gara, is a freshman. We just watched him play 2 quarters in the JV game. This is Sam Taylor. This is the guy you got to watch for. He's got really good skill and really good vision.
He's a lefty, so I'm guessing he shows right. Correct?
He is a lefty. And he's got a really, really good shot from over there, but he also is a exceptional passer, feeder to guys cutting down the middle. So as long as our guys aren't ball watching, we should be able to clog that middle up. But he's the guy to pay attention to, and I'm happy to see Kenny out there on him.
Looks like they won kind of a 1-3-2 offense maybe here.
There's McIlvain with another shot from the outside.
Taylor out on that left.
Yeah, it does look like a 1-3-1, doesn't it? Oh, we've been so close to picking off some big skip passes.
2-3-1. Crease guy wide open.
Oh, that's going to be backed up by Henry.
Looks like Henry got a piece of that one.
It did. So Duke Weiler's going to pick up the ball and bring it back in. Duke's been nursing a quad injury. Let's see how he's doing here with his legs. Oh, that was pretty slick.
Knocked out of bounds.
I
left the ball
I don't
inbounds.
think that was intentional, but I think that worked out just fine. Duke ran off. Charlie DeGeneiro came on in his stead, and Duke left the ball. He goes wide on a dodge, dumping it down to Xander, kind of a knockdown pass. Xander's coming back around. He gets trail checked a little bit. Here's Charlie DeGeneiro going to score. Oh, he bounces it, and Sam Richardson.
Oh, a nice backup by the Wyoming goalie there.
Get it. The goalie got to it. Okay, let's see how they're riding.
Good hustle by Drulette there on the backup.
Yeah, it was. Okay, this is Pendry. He's Sam Pendry. He's typically who
successful clear for Wyoming.
Yeah, you'll hear Sam and I talking about detaily little things a lot tonight because normally we keep all the detailed statistics for the team. So we're always calling out, that's a clear, that's a ground ball, that's a forced turnover. And so you'll hear a lot of that tonight. So Wyoming's just spinning it around. They got 2 guys on the crease. Feed to the crease, but that's going to go out of bounds. I don't know if that got tipped.
That got tipped by Weiler.
Okay, they're giving it to Indian Hill.
The crease.
They're going to give
Maybe
that
somebody
ball
else touched it.
Turnover. But that's what I said a little bit earlier. If we can keep guys at home in the middle, I think here's a nice clear up to Josh Young, junior Josh Young. Spins it up to Sammy Richardson and into the box, back to Z. Z's going to kick it over to Wyatt. Back out to Charlie Deege. Oh, here's Ridge DeMullen.
Ridge hasn't been on the field for a couple
while.
Games.
He's had some shoulder injury, and I'm happy to see him back. Here we go. Let's send one, Ridge. One dodge and a shot. And, off cage. That's what we want from Ridge,
nice
though.
Dodge.
He takes that dodge, and he makes heavy contact with the guy that's guarding him, and
He's
many times he'll put the guy on his back.
He's out there with Garrett Anderson and Charlie Deege. That's
an impressive. Oh, nice move by Xander. He's moving around.
Coach
Here it
is
is.
to move that ball.
Oh, off cage. But that was a great dodge and a redodge by Z.
Backed up by Fruland. Looks like Wyatt's going to draw that number 18. Shep Marty on that deep hole all night.
Oh, and he got it. I thought he missed that. It went in.
That's a nice dodge and shot by Wyatt.
Yeah, that's
seen a lot of that. Braves are jumping out early here tonight. It's good to see, Mike.
Yeah, it is. That's one of the keys to this game, I think, is as we've said in years past, we always seem to get in a dogfight with Wyoming. And
looks like David Borden's going to come out and take the face off for the Braves. And we'll have Will Kleekamp out on the wing along with Duke Weiler.
Bring Tyler McIlvain. I think this is a good idea to throw some different people at McIlvain and see if we can't mix him up a little bit and just wear him down, because he's such a key player for them in every aspect of the game. There's going to be
nice ground ball by Kleekamp.
They did call the push. I was going to say they're going to call a push on that, but they didn't. I didn't hear the whistle. But it wasn't Will. It was somebody else that had the push. Okay, they're moving it up fast. Brian Lewis out with pressure. Nice play. Nice defense. Move your feet. Stay back. Okay, McIlvain comes with the ball at the top. Kicks it over to Sam Taylor on the wing. Back to McIlvain. Shot. Score. That's shot off cage. That's about the fourth shot from that spot that he's taken, and they've all gone about a yard high and a yard left of the cage. So comes 22 from X. Tyler Johnson chasing it behind the cage. Sam Taylor kind of feigning that he might take a shot from there, but I think if 17 had been a little quicker on the gun, he could have hit that guy coming around the crease. Good ball movement, but that's
nice in the middle.
In the crease.
Nice defense on the crease.
Yeah, it was. That's nice to see them collapse on the middle. Okay, Duke Weiler with the ball. He's going to run. Looks like his thigh's feeling pretty good tonight. Yep.
Stays inbound and holds onto the ball that time, which is good.
That's nice.
He's going to come off, and looks like Brad Upham's coming
Brad Upham, another short midfielder that we have here. We've got guys that are 6'4" and above all over the place on this roster. Here's Wyatt Fruland. Oh, bounce shot.
Shots off.
High.
Backed up by Richardson.
See, Sammy can get going here. He's got
18 on him.
He's got 18 on him now. That's the guy that was on Wyatt before. So he's got him to the inside. Oh, and hits the goalie in the foot. The ball's not done yet.
Shot.
Sammy almost had the ground ball. Is that Xander in there fighting for that? Of course it is. And there's a push our way. That's how you fight for a ground ball.
Looks like they're going to get Xander in that corner and isolate a short stick on this dodge.
Oh, he goes right around him. Oh, and bounces it off.
Shots off cage, but he manages to. And he steps in the crease, so that's going to be a turnover.
Okay. All right, well, let's get a ride going here. See how they do with that. We haven't had a whole lot of clearing opportunities yet. This is Sam Pendry bringing it up, and he throws it over the top of number 22, Canton Hausfeld. So Cole Warbrick looks like he's going to bring it in from the side here. And
he's going to have a triple team. Shakes off
fires
two.
It up to Josh Young and throws it away.
Towards
Maybe.
Josh.
Maybe. Sam Johnson, there I did it. Sam Richardson comes up with the ball, but they're going to call us for something.
As a loose ball push, it's going to be a turnover.
Okay.
Loose ball push on the break.
Here comes Pendry again with the ball. Crossing over. They're not offsides, okay. 22 coming up with, he's getting close to the inside there. Shot off cage. That's going to be backed up by 17 from Wyoming. A little
interesting. Tyler's covering
Here's this is not a good matchup for Indian Hill. Oh, nice save by Henry Mayu.
Shot by Marty. Mayu comes up with a nice save.
Comes Sam Richardson inverting.
It's always good to see Mayu get that first save.
Got to get going here, boys. Got to get going. There's the pass to Josh Young. He's going to get it, and he's going to forward it up to Cole
and we're
Warbrick.
fast.
Over to Xander. Xander scores. Beautiful little fast break. It was kind of a slow break, fast break. We had a tough
Kind of a
time
slow,
getting the
fast
clear.
break right there. Yeah.
But once we got to midfield, it was tic-tac-toe, just the way we've done so much of. More so last year, I think, than this year. We haven't had a huge number of fast breaks like that this year.
We haven't. Key to that play was Josh Young getting that pass and getting it out right away
getting
to
that ball and kicking it right away.
Warbrick, who was moving.
Here we got a replay of this. Let's watch the replay of this. It's late in the game. It was just the pass from Cole coming to Xander, and he very nicely places it off hip on the goalie. Patrick wins the face-off, kicks it up to Sammy Richardson, who's going to come up with the ground ball, get the touch. Back to Xander at X. Over to Wyatt. Kicks it out to the top. This is Big Ridge. Sure like to see Ridge go off here. There's Wyatt's having some fun with his guy. Back to Ridge. Oh, yeah. Oh,
and Ridge hits a pipe.
Ground ball by Garrett Anderson. Very timely ground ball.
With Ridge, all you see is the windup.
It's
and then
amazing.
You hear the ping or you see it hit the back of the net.
Here's Wyatt.
Kid's got a monster shot.
He's looking for a cutter. He found Sammy and a goal. What a beautiful feed shot. And catch and finish by Sam Richardson coming across the middle.
He draws the slide, but the slide gets there too late, and his footwork across the crease was just beautiful.
Yep.
Kept him from taking a big hit there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And we like it when Sam doesn't take a big hit.
Doesn't take big hits.
Oh, interesting. We got David Borden out on the wing. I always like to see that.
Little Will Kleekamp on this side.
Will Kleekamp with the long pull. Patrick Ferris once again.
Okay. Ferris goes to David Borden. He's sure-handed.
Nice
he comes up with the ground ball and immediately kicks it up to Sam Richardson, who gets his touch. This is just
does his job. I like it.
That's beautiful.
Frulin's got 11 behind cage. I'm guessing he's going to go here, Mike. Oh, and he does, and it's a nice shot off cage, but it's backed up by Richardson.
Sammy brings
just
it back
hit
in
the top.
from behind.
Looks like that just
caught
hit the top of the crossbar.
Here goes Reg. Dodge. Oh, you knocked the ball loose. Still alive.
And there's a flag
Still
down
alive.
on the play.
Okay, it's on them.
And there's 10 seconds left in the quarter, so I guess we're going to see Indian Hill hold the ball here so we can maintain possession at the start of the second quarter.
I would think that would be the wise thing to do, yes. But you never know with these guys. This man-up team, they may just have enough faith in Patrick to win the face-off for the second quarter that.
And we've got Wyatt and Cole off on one side.
Jack in the middle with Deej, Xander, and Sammy. That's a nice group.
They're going to let the clock run.
They're just going to hold it. So that'll be the end of the first quarter with Indian Hill leading Wyoming 5-0. And I think so far that's been a pretty decisive quarter for Indian Hill.
Yeah, I think if you were looking for them to do anything, you wanted them to come out and get up to a 5-0 lead and not play down to an opponent that they should beat, which is historically what's happened. Wyoming has always kept these games close. I don't know if it's a
rivalry thing,
overflow from the football rivalry, or
it's the same as
basketball.
You see it all the time
sports.
in other sports, that in the Big Ten and in different conferences, it doesn't matter when it comes down to it. These strong rivalry teams, game could go either way. I'm looking at Wyoming's record. I believe they're 7-3, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, here's replays of all the goals. There's Cole Werbrick's feed on the crease.
Show that one again.
That's good. That was beautiful.
Pieces, man, up high. It's nice.
Had a lot of open space down there on the crease, that's always good to see with the guys that we have. Here's Xander coming around, flipping over to Wyatt. Same thing on the backside of the crease. If we can get them watching the ball or trailing the play, here's Wyatt coming around the corner, sticking one that
that one was so quick you can't even see it on the replay.
I thought he missed it. Here's Xander on the fast break from Cole. So we've had a wide variety of different goals. The one we haven't seen is Ridge yet. The one we haven't seen is the 20-yard bomb.
Ridge was about an inch off on seeing that first one. So, and it is his first game back in a while.
Yeah.
So I would expect it'll take him maybe a shot to get that stroke back. It looked good.
But he's
bound
that'll deter him.
No.
Okay, so here we're going to start off the second quarter, man up. I'm not sure what the penalty was, Sam. So we're either up for 20 seconds or up for 50 seconds. It's hard to say. I don't know what they called down there. So
couldn't tell if it was.
Either way, I think the Braves should be pushing to get a quick goal here. Same guys on the field. Looks like DeGeneiro's on the crease. Cole's on the wing. Cole's taking a shot about 17 feet high. Backed up by Sam Richardson. That one got away from Cole a little bit there. Spin it back around. Xander's up on top. I like that, actually.
Jack
Wilson, who comes up with the ground ball. That was fortuitous of Jack. He could have easily turned that over. Spin it back around, spin it back around. Cole again, and he scores this time right over the goalie's shoulder. That was a nice shot.
That was a beautiful
side
shot.
high, and he just beat him with speed.
Jack hit him in the perfect spot. His stick was ready to shoot. And he was at about the 20-yard line, and you give him time and room, and he gets a nice step like that. And Cole can bury it. We got a replay of that goal coming up.
There we go. There's Cole winding up, taking about 7 steps to get the shot off. But, again, when you can shoot that hard, the goalie, it's hard to react to that.
Time and room, baby. Time and room.
Yep.
Got Patrick taking the face off again. And
Kleekamp and a couple of football players on the wings. Oh, there's a hard pop forward. And Sam Taylor comes up with the ball, quickly gets popped loose. Ground ball for Henry Mayu.
Mayu clears to Wyatt.
So that was a true team turnover. They all just kind of... Uh-oh. He's out of bounds. They pushed him out.
Duke's got to get rid of that
Oh, and
ball.
he stepped out of bounds. That's going our way. 17 picked up the ball and then stepped out of bounds. So Jack Wilson's going to take it, and the ref's deciding not to blow the whistle. He's going to make him wait for it.
He's got to set
Got to give him 5 yards. He stays in bounds barely. That was tight. So
I'm not sure that was a recommended play, but
no,
Jack makes it work.
Jack knows better than that. We've always said Jack plays like he's 265 pounds.
We got Brad Upham out on the field, Cole Werbrick staying out at the midfield, and Jack Wilson playing up top. And our standard attack line.
Wyatt coming around. He's got his guy that time. He beat him and flips it over to Sanders. Scores. I thought Wyatt had a shot there, and he decided to go to his little buddy across the crease. and he was so wide open. Do we have a replay of that? I want to look at just how wide open Xander was, because, if Wyatt had taken that shot, Xander never would have let him hear the end of it.
And they're playing a little Rochambeau down there on the field.
Good.
I haven't seen that one before the handshake, but
that was very nice. That was a nice-looking play. Here comes the replay of that. We got the face-off going on. Look how open Xander is. I mean, he's...
Levin had to decide his responsibility.
Patrick wins the face-off. He's getting beat on. He's got to get rid of the ball. He does to Sammy. 19 is just whacking everybody on the way down the field. Now it's going to be Xander's turn. Oh no, Xander pops loose. And Wyoming's going quickly the other way.
They're getting a little careless here on the...
it's a nice knockdown by Josh Young, but ball's still loose.
Someone got D-wanded down there, Mike.
Yeah, they did. I think that's going to go to Wyoming. No.
That's us.
Ball's out of bounds. Last touch by the Cowboys.
Okay. Well, that was good hustle by both Josh Young and by Brad Upham.
He's got to get his stick up.
Josh is going to turn the ball over. Who's that? 17, freshman attackman. He takes the ball away from him. This is crazy. Josh comes up with it one more time, and this time flips it back in bounds.
That's it in bounds.
It's going to Cole Warbrick, and here we're going. We are going fast. Bam, 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 bam.
Nice call, Mike.
That's a fast break.
Nice call.
What else you want me to say, Sam?
Hey,
I don't know.
got it.
I don't know what else you can say to that. I saw it coming all the way. That looked like last year's fast break team.
It was an interesting play, Mike, because we saw a lot on this side of the field of how not to get a ground ball.
Right.
And then we saw on the other side of the field how you should run a fast break.
No,
so
that was very good. But you know what we also saw on this end of the field? We saw our guys fighting and fighting and not quitting. And that's something that we haven't always seen this year. We saw guys aggressive and going for the ball. So Patrick gets another face-up, decides to play a little footsie with it, and he gets plowed. That's got to be a push.
No call.
No call. How could that not be a push?
David Borden stays out.
So,
and he'll be joined by
Brian Lewis jumps out. So here's the freshman 17 kicking it over to Sam Taylor. He's been quiet so far, and that's not likely to last forever. He's put up some pretty big numbers this year.
It's interesting. He sets up right often.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to lure people away from his left hand to give him the opportunity to
He's
free
definitely a lefty, though.
Oh, yeah.
I've watched a lot of film on him. His left hand is very strong. But he's one of those guys. He's a good
Here he
player.
Comes. Nice feed on the crease.
Nice feed, but he's got to be in the crease.
Good body by Will Kleekamp.
Is it a push? No, they call it a push, though. But that's okay. I'll take that. Get physical down there. Don't give a guy a layup. So Wyoming will retain the ball and bring it in from the wing behind the cage. Kicking it back out to the top with 8:33 left in the half. Braves are up 8-0 now. That seems like more than... Oh, there's a little dump. Okay, that was a ground ball by Josh Young. And
nice
here we go with David Borden, and we're going fast again, gentlemen. This is going to be another... Oh, I thought he blew that
37 to 1 to 9
over the top. There's another fast break, and...
excellent job by David Borden on
really nice transition.
Making that happen.
And
he's a ground ball guy. You know that?
He's
he
very
really
sure-handed.
No, he's got the experience from taking face-offs, but seems to be doing a pretty good job from that wing as well too.
And he's on the wing again. His counterpart this time is going to be Graham Weiler, senior LSM and captain Graham Weiler. Pat Ferris, also a captain.
The Patrick Ferris.
Baxter. He wins. Oh, nice. Smartly done. Smartly done by Patrick.
Some of the best face-off play we've seen all season.
Yeah, we've been very... I noted, too, in the last game I saw was some of our defensive middies getting the ball and coming upfield, getting rid of it to the offensive guys as quickly as they can instead of trying to go through doubles and triples and working your way all the way up the field.
Get it behind and set up that offense, and then let's go.
Yeah, I think they're...
And if we're fast, it's even better.
Wyatt back at X now. Who's he got on him this time?
They like to take these dodges
11.
because they've had so much success. Guys overplaying them on one side, and that inside roll is going to be there.
Bam.
Or the outside
Cole
shot.
Werber shot and the save.
That's a nice save.
It was a nice save.
He's able to hang on to that
There's,
ground ball
number 8
as well.
there, LSM bringing the ball up, and he throws it away. Josh Young with the ground ball. Back up to
And
Jack
we're
Wilson,
fast.
and we're going quick again.
Sammy's going to slow it down.
That's all right. I was smart. I think Wyatt was coming across the middle, but that would have been a tight feed. And we're up 9-0, so with 6:54 left in the half.
Want to be judicious. Get the looks when they're there. Don't force it. Work on stuff that you can work on that'll help you out when you're playing a tougher game.
It looks like Cole might be wanting to take his guy from the top, and he does, and he shoots, and another
nice save.
Really nice save, and a pickup by, Zant. Is that going to be a push, or is that just in the crease?
That's a,
It's going to stay our way, it looks like. Loose ball push. Sam Richardson came in, I believe, with the ground ball and just about scored on that garbage and got pushed into the crease. I was afraid they were just going to call a crease violation on that.
Jack trying to have a dodge. Finds Sam. He didn't know he had it.
Didn't quite know he had it, or he would have taken that and shot it, I think.
Ball movement looks good. They're moving it quick.
Brad Upham.
Passes are good.
Nice and crisp and often.
Moving that
And here comes
Wyoming
around the
defense
corner.
around. He's got that inside roll, Mike. You know he's going to
Get out of there. Get out of there.
They're
Get
going to
out of
double
there.
him quick.
There's the feed. Xander reverses. Oh, and just off cage.
I think that's the second left-hand shot he's taken all year, Mike. I can kid because he's my kid.
Yeah, that's true.
Sammy on the restart. Getting a lot of good looks.
Yeah, that which is good to see. I mean, it's funny. They're all that off ball, which that's...
And they're moving the ball quickly
They are
tonight,
moving
which
the ball.
I really
Well,
like.
that's why you're getting the off ball. If you don't move the ball quick, the defense doesn't have to work. Another good feed. Cole could have taken that. He's going to dodge around, spins it back to the X.
Good decision.
Wyatt's taking a look. Dodges inside. Oh, shot on the
Nice
cage,
inside
I think.
roll. It's a race to the sideline.
Oh, I was expecting that to go out, and it didn't.
See how our ride is here tonight.
Ooh. Okay, up to their clearing machine. He's
Upham's going to
he
stay
really
on
is.
defense along with Jack Wilson and
okay. Here's Sam Taylor dodging. Oh, and they throw it away.
That's
It's
an
going to be an
over
over
and
and back. Oh, it didn't go over and back though. It's got to be a push there. There's a flag. Okay, that's going to be a flag. We're going to go man up. They were banging on Brad Upham pretty good.
that's going to be a 1-minute penalty on that.
For being 6'4" or so, Brad Upham is a scrappy player. You don't expect a big guy like that to get down on his hands and knees and get dirty on the ground balls, but Brad's one of those guys that'll do anything you ask him to do.
He's really kind of added that defensive dimension to his game this year, I'd say, too, Mike, which is good to see.
So
Team
Cole Warbrick.
needs it, and he brings it.
Cole brings it in from the top. Looks like he's going down to Xander on the wing. Xander fakes to Wyatt, back to Cole. Now it goes to Wyatt.
That's in.
And Wyatt scores. That's just like Money in the Bank. You get those two playing that two-man game down there, and it's pretty hard to. You can't choose who to guard.
You could see that one coming.
Yep, I saw it coming the first time, and Xander pulled it back. I think rightfully so. Kicked it back out to the top, and the next time it came around, it looks like we got a timeout.
Looks like Wyoming's going to call a timeout to try to stop the bleeding here.
Yeah, it's 10-0, Sam, and we got 4:38 left in the first half. So, I think Wyoming's Twitter claim of "kill the hill" is going to fail. What do you think?
Not tonight. It's not going to work
tonight.
for him, I don't think.
No.
I think if I'm McKay right now, Coach McKay, I'm looking to get 2 more goals, get this clock running in the second half, and let the game get this game over with as soon as we possibly can.
Yep, I agree. I mean, we've had
Keep the boys
We've had a
rested.
number of running clock games this year, but it's primarily been against what you would consider to be a little weaker opponents.
They've played a lot of tough games here recently, going in overtime in 3 games in the last
three out of 4 games
last
were
4
overtime.
games, and
one of them was a triple overtime.
one of them being a triple,
grueling.
and I think I think the boys get tired from that. And it's not only is it physically taxing, but it's also mentally taxing.
Yeah, it is.
And you can see it sometimes. You can't see it tonight in the game, but I would imagine that their goal tonight is to get that clock running, get off the field, get a couple days rest and practice in before they've got to play.
Yeah, they really do need some good
Summit on
solid
Saturday.
rest. Indian Hill typically plays 2 or 3 games before spring break. Then they take spring break. Then they come back. This year, they planned around the DECA competition because so many guys were in DECA that it would have affected. And it did. It affected us last year and the year before, where you have a bunch of seniors that aren't there because they're at the DECA competition. So this year they didn't miss any guys for that, but they also didn't play. They only played 1 game before spring break, and then we're gone for 10 days for spring break, and then we have a lot of catching up to do because we get back from spring break and all of our competitions already played 3, 4, 5 games, and we're standing
We've
at
only
1.
played 1, yeah.
And so you in 14 days, our guys played 8 games. That's a lot of lacrosse to play. There's David Borden coming in. What's the call? What's the call?
I think he was calling a push, and it was
that's
hit.
not a good call.
It was an inadvertent whistle on his part. And
we had a fast break going there.
He called it.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Yep. Okay, Sam Richardson got the ball.
We got Garrett up top.
Kicks it out. Here's
with
Brendan
Westy.
West. Westie's in.
Westy, a junior who had a hat trick the other night
Westie's a sophomore, by the way, Sam. He's not a junior.
A sophomore?
We talked about that yesterday, and I know you said he's a junior. No.
He plays like a junior.
Our sophomore class is stacked. Here's Wyatt fighting
watch
this
him
guy
play.
again.
He's one of the better off-ball movement guys that are on the team.
I think Wyatt still wants that guy, but I want to see Charlie dodge this guy. Wyatt shoots wide, but he's shooting tonight, it looks like. Backed up by Sammy. I want to see.
11 must have said something to him, Mike, because
I'm sure they all
going
have.
after him.
They all have. They've played against each other for years.
These kids
now.
all know each other. They've played against each other, and they've played summer ball together.
Some of them play with each other. You're right. Xander was going behind the back there.
Now he's
going to get a trail check, and the ball's loose. Can Garrett get to it first? Oh, that should be a moving pick, and it is. Thank you. We should be officials. We're so good.
The officials hope we're not officials.
Okay, here's Charlie D dropping the ball.
Well, they didn't give him 5 yards on that restart, which is kind of odd.
That was a little bit weird. They started.
I think they must have considered that restart to be the pass from
I think
back
you're right,
behind.
because they really don't need to give Charlie 5 yards. He was the recipient of the pass.
Let's see. We've got. The defense has played really well tonight without Ospal in the game, which is also good news.
It is.
We got Kenny Devine playing down there on close D on this side. He's moved to that spot and played really well in the last few games.
And taking care of Sam Taylor about as best you can. Now here's Sam Taylor on Tyler. See if Tyler can stay in front of him, which is really all you can hope to do.
He's really.
Oh, bounce shot. That was not a pretty shot.
It wasn't, but it was awkward. It had the potential of
right. It could have. If it had been on cage, that would have been good. But it looked like he was, I don't know, maybe not ready to shoot. Here's 22 dodging from X. Now the ball comes loose, and Tyler's knocking it around. 22 comes back up with the loose ball.
It's good defense by Tyler there.
Yeah, kicks it back out. Now we got Brendan West on. Here's Sam Taylor. Here's another high shot by 7. He's done that a bunch of times tonight. He can't. If he gets that dialed in, he's going to hit some of those because he shoots hard.
Mayu not really tested tonight. He has made a couple. He's made 1 or 2 saves, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is always good to see.
Had a nice ground ball, which is also good to see. Your goalie getting into the play.
Those chrome helmets look really good under the lights, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Ooh, and that's some tough defense play. I think that was Devine that came in.
They're giving that to Wyoming again, but Josh Young did a really nice job of getting back to try and back that up. But yeah, look at those. You get those lights shining off that chrome, the chrome red. Compliments of alumni Sean Chamberlain. What a guy.
Great guy.
Here's Taylor coming in for a shot and score. You got to get on him.
That's a beautiful shot.
You can't give him room out there.
Slide from Devine, just a half step.
Yep.
And I think he just didn't anticipate the quickness there.
Yeah. That's
got to give it to him. That's a great shot.
It's a great shot. Quick catch and release.
That's what was advertised, and I guess we got to see it tonight.
Yep. Well, you knew it was coming. I mean, it's just here different LSM on the wing.
Looks like David Borden's found himself a home out here on this wing.
I don't know why not.
I'm guessing Graham Weiler must, or Duke Weiler must want to rest that quad tonight. So.
I would think that's a good idea. We've got other games coming up. Patrick getting clobbered. No call. Josh Young forcing number 17 out to the corner.
Brian Lewis coming
on for Patrick. Or David. No, David's still in. There's a bounce pass. What we got here? Is this Taylor at X?
It is. He's set up right. We're just
ball down. Brian playing nice aggressive defense. Ooh, almost got his stick on that again. There's 19, back over to 17. Stay on this guy, though. This is the guy
looking for that shot again.
Here's
going to go back to that well.
I'm pretty sure Kenny's not going to give him the space that he gave him the last time. Get out there. Here he comes in the middle. The shot and a score.
And that was a nice set.
That was a nice setup, but
a little two-man game.
That's how you beat a zone, Sam. We've talked about it a million times. You're playing a zone defense. There are little gaps in the zone. If you can catch it and shoot it, that's what you're going to do.
It was a nice off-ball pick. Freed him up. And he's got that shot, so he's going to make it. Henry's talking to his defense, getting them organized.
Yep.
Telling them what he wants to see next time. We've seen it twice.
Patrick taking the face-off and thought he had it and didn't. 7 wins face-off and gets the touch and brings it up to...
It was a nice face-off win, 14
Here
seconds
comes Taylor
left.
again, ripping over the top. That one's a little bit high, but he's feeling it now. And that's dangerous to give a kid like that a little bit of...
You know, they're looking at a running clock scenario as well,
7,
too, Mike.
6,
now they've kind of
5, 4. The shot's coming. 3, 2, 1. Josh Young knocks it down.
That's a nice play by Josh.
And there's the half. That was nice way to end the half, is to knock that down, not give them a shot on cage. So at halftime, we've got Indian Hill Braves at 10 and the Wyoming Cowboys at 2. Wyoming scored the last 2 goals in a row, both by Sam Taylor. So let's see if Coach McKay dials up something different in the second half for Sam Taylor. I know we chatted earlier that he might have another trick up his sleeve if something like this should happen, but we're still up 10-2.
It's got to take a look. You know, they came back with the same play to the same side twice. The first one, it looked like Devine was there, but just about a half step late. And on the second one, the Wyoming offense set a nice pick.
And that was just a gap in the zone, and he stepped into it, and both of them were very quick catch and release shots, and that's what a guy like that will do. So this is Mike Fruland and with Sam Johnston, and we're going to take a few minutes here at halftime. We'll be back at the beginning of the second half to talk about the rest of the game. So we'll see you shortly.
Good afternoon. We're going to go ahead and get started with our next big signing event. This one is pretty exciting because we've had so many students commit. We had to change venues and bring it to a bigger area. So, I mean, if you look around, this is pretty special. How many people came out to support our student athletes today? What a great way to celebrate your commitment to making that jump to the next level. I've had the pleasure of being the AD for this year and seeing all of you perform. We'll speak a little bit about each one of our athletes, and at the end, we'll ask them to sign together. There'll be plenty of time for pictures and questions and comments afterwards. We'll actually invite anybody that would like to come up stage and talk to the athletes at that point. Committing to the next level is as I already said, is very special because it takes a different type of student athlete. It takes somebody that has, this whole package, and it doesn't matter if it's this college or this college. At the end of the day, when you're looking to go play collegiate athletics, you obviously have to have skill. You obviously have to be able to do well in school. But I think most importantly, in all my discussions with college coaches over the years, the thing that they want is somebody that's going to make their program better. And every time we do one of these ceremonies, it sounds like a broken record because they are truly getting the best that we have. They're getting students that exemplify that. They're getting students who are going to make their institutions better. I'd like to start off with our first signee today, Callum Aiken, who's committing to Ohio Northern University. Callum was on our Brave soccer team and did a fantastic job this year. He has earned Cincinnati Hills League honorable mention in his tenure as Brave. And additionally, he serves as a soccer referee. And he's very fortunate to go on to Ohio Northern University to continue his craft and his game that he loves so much. So congratulations, Callum. Our next athlete is Kate Mars. Kate is a two-time state champion in soccer, 2018 Southwest All-Star CHL Scholar athlete, named first team All-CHL, All-Southwest Scholar athlete, was a Team Over Me Award recipient, two-time Cincinnati Enquirer Player of the Week nominee. During the 18 season, Kate had 74 shots saved, 87 save percentage. One of the things about Kate that I think is, we talked about how great these people are, and one of the things I'll remember about the soccer season in particular is it was in that playoff run. We went to overtime. She made an unbelievable save to continue that run for her team, and it's always been about the team with Kate, but she definitely had some moments on that run, and they wouldn't have been able to do that as a team without her. So congratulations, Kate. Our next athlete, Emily Morera. Emily is committing to play at Thomas More University for soccer. She has earned back-to-back state championships as a Brave. Additionally, she's a CHL Scholar athlete, Southwest Scholar athlete, and an All-State Scholar athlete. I can say without a doubt that Thomas More, and I know their AD down there fairly well, they are very happy to have you, and they are, you are, again, another athlete that is going to make that institute much better. So congratulations to you, Emily. Our next athlete is Ellie Rabenald. Ellie is going up to my old stomping grounds in Massachusetts, going to MIT to play lacrosse. She is a U.S. Lacrosse All-American, two-time first team All-City, All-Region, All-State, state champion in lacrosse and soccer. She holds 5 school records in lacrosse. That may change pretty soon. In addition, she's a cross-country member and was the most valuable player. So when it comes to someone that has the skill and also being a great person, I've been very blessed to be able to watch you do what you do out on the lacrosse field this spring, Ellie. So congratulations to you. Our next signee is David Ringer. What I learned about David this fall was David was a natural leader for his team, extremely hardworking, selfless. He was a CHL honorable mention during his tenure as a Brave, and without a doubt, Wittenberg University is getting a great soccer player and a great person. Congratulations, David. And our last athlete is Reagan Wentz. Reagan will play lacrosse next year at Colorado Mesa University. She holds school records. She holds school records in 10th place for goals, 9th for total points, and 8th for assists in her tenure here at Indian Hill. She represented Ohio in the Bryan National Classic, and she's represented the Midwest in the Under Armour All-American Tournament. Colorado Mesa is getting a wonderful, wonderful student athlete. We wish you the best of luck. Reagan Wentz. So before we started, I spoke to the student athletes. Typically, in a smaller crowd, I will give the mic over to them. But they said if one of us go, then all of us have to go. So they didn't necessarily want to do that. So we're going to do it a little differently today. The student athletes will stay up on stage after they sign. And if you would like to speak with them, please come up to them. Please ask them questions about their commitments. We're very excited for you, and you've definitely made Indian Hill better by being here. So at this time, please get your pens out, get your cameras out, and go ahead and sign your certificates. So once again, let's give a big round of applause to these wonderful student athletes. This concludes the formal part of our show today. Show, I guess, is what we are signing today. Wow.
Welcome back to beautiful historic Tomahawk Stadium, where the Indian Hill Braves lead the Wyoming Cowboys. It's not 62-7.
70-62. What's happened since I've been gone? Oh my gosh.
You've missed a scoring barrage.
Well, we're still up by 8. At least we still have there.
For those of you who are just joining, the Braves went up to a quick 10-0 lead. Wyoming came back at the end of the second quarter. Got 3 straight face-off wins and came up with 2 goals on those possessions to narrow the gap to 8.
I'll be very interested to see what they do on the defensive end now. If they pay more attention to 21 to try and take him a little bit more out of the game, because that's their offense. So here we got
maybe we'll get to see him play
same 2 guys at face-off. We got same guys on the wing, Kleekamp on the wing. The Green Acres Gold Cam is looking at that shot right now, which is a new addition to the IHTN list of equipment donated by Green Acres. So therefore we dubbed it the Green Acres Gold Cam. So Indian Hill comes up with the face-off, and Wyatt almost throws it out of bounds. if not for an outreach one-handed catch by Xander Johnston. Nice pass back to Z. Inside roll. Goal, Xander. That looked too easy, Sam.
It did.
That just looked too easy. Their defense is better than that. And number 11 is one of the guys that I had highlighted in my scouting as being one of their best defenders.
I think, he was covering Wyatt the whole for most of the first half, and I think he just got a little over aggressive right there, and Xander, I think, felt that movement and was able to inside roll.
That number 11. We talked about him before. That's Andrew Waschenko.
You and I both had the pleasure of coaching him.
We've coached him when he was
days past
quite a bit younger, but
I think he was a midfielder back then,
I'm pretty sure he was a midfielder when I had him as well. Here's Patrick getting into.
Man, nice control of the face-off.
Kicks it to Duke Weiler, or Graham Weiler, excuse me, down to. Our team is kind of lousy with Weilers this year. We've got another one, Cooper Weiler, coming up. That's LSM on the JV team as a freshman.
He may see some time tonight, too.
He may. What the hell, Jack?
I don't think Jack meant to do that.
No. That was a nice play. If we come up with this, that was a really nice play by Kenny Devine.
Kenny Devine made a really nice play right there
Cole
to keep that ball outside of the
Cole Warbrick
possession
makes a nice job of getting his stick on that. Xander coming around from X. Wyatt's got number 11 on him. Skips around. Bad pass to Cole, but he comes up with the bounce pass. Cole's going to...
Ooh, Cole had a look.
What was that? Wyatt didn't catch the ball. I was going to say Wyatt's got Xander wide open, but I did what Wyatt did. I was looking ahead for the pass before he caught the ball. There's Xander open and a goal from Cole Warbrick. That's the one that I saw a minute ago.
Looked like a mom goal there for a second, the one that kind of hits the side.
Yeah.
Moms jump up and yell goal. But I guess that snuck in.
It got in the corner. That's nice.
They're really they've had a few mistakes down there in ball handling, and really
we're lucky we're aggressive on the ground balls, which that's nice to see because, like I said earlier, we haven't been the 50-50 ball winners this season. Got a replay here of that goal by Xander from Cole. There it is.
There's the feed. Slide
bam,
a little
bounces it right in underneath the goalie.
Close side.
Patrick fighting for the ground ball. Kleekamp comes racing through, picks up the ground ball. Then he gets it knocked loose, and David Borden tries to come through with it and does. Kicks it to Wyatt and gets the touch. Wyatt's getting pressured way out top, which
it's usually not a good
generally move. Like a Christmas present, but he kicks it off to Sam. Sam to Z.
They can't really figure out who to play aggressively on this offense.
Z's feeling it tonight too, which is great to see. Here's Cole. Out to Brad. Jack Wilson. Back to Brad.
Jack and Brad want a turn.
Yeah, I would expect them to get a turn. There was a really nice quick feed from Cole to Wyatt.
And that pass almost went in.
Oh, there's a flag. What? No, that's dead.
Something must have happened off ball. They're pointing at Richardson, but I'm not sure it's him.
I'd like to give a shout out to one Phyllis Jones, who's listening from down in Florence, Kentucky. That's Wyatt Frulin's grandmother, and she's listening to the broadcast right now. So I just wanted to say hi to Phyllis. We love you, Phyllis.
All right, Phyllis. That's going to be a slashing call on the Cowboys. Braves are going to go man up.
Wyatt's bringing it in. He's going to hit Xander on the wing, and Xander's going to score. Oh, he backs it out.
He wants
Cole to score. Nice save, high. That was the first high save I've seen from the goalie. Xander's going to make him work for this one, though. Oh, this could be good, Sam. There's the ball's down. Xander forces the turnover, kicks it back. And a goal by Sam Johnson. I just call him Sam Johnston. From Xander Johnson to Sam Richardson, and he batted it in. That was a hockey goal.
It was. That pass was
That was a hockey goal.
An attempt to get it there. It looked like Sam just kind of bent over.
But what a great example of a ride by Xander Johnston on the goalie. That's the definition of a strong ride. Don't let the goalie get free.
I think that there's something this attack line needs to work on this year that they probably did a better job of the last couple years has been their ride.
Yeah.
I've caused a lot more turnovers in the past, but there's always something to work on, right, Mike?
There should be. There's Will Kleekamp coming up with the ball. Down to Wyatt Fruin, gets his touch. It's 13-2 with 8:38 left in the third quarter. So if the Braves are able to come up with another goal here, we'll go on to a running clock here already, Sam.
I think DeGennaro has got the short stick on him. I like that matchup.
I do too, and I talked
I think they may get it around and get it to him again.
I talked to Dej about that. I said, when you get your passes up, knucklehead. Okay, here's Ridge. Here's Henry. If he makes that, no, he's not going to take it. He's on the wrong side. He needs to be over where Ridge is to get his right-handed shot. But maybe they're looking for Ridge to get one. Here goes Ridge. Here goes Ridge.
Looking at Ridge getting
Here goes Ridge.
Shot.
Oh, just off cage. Boy, it's smoking though, isn't it?
That is a nice shot.
Here comes Xander bringing it back in from behind cage. Quick feet by Xander.
Got
Gonna
the
get doubled. Quicks it across to Wyatt Fruin. Is just like brother to brother.
They send that quick double over, and Xander knows every time, or whoever's on the opposite side knows that feed's going to be there. I think what you're seeing is they're
where
feeding,
the other guy's going to be.
They're feeding from where the slide's coming from, which has worked out every time for them tonight.
So now we're at 14-2, and on this face-off, the clock should run, and barring another goal by Wyoming, we'll be in a running clock, which means the only time the clock will stop is during a timeout or an injury.
I really like David Borden out on that wing tonight. He's got quite a few ground balls and has played pretty tough. He's good at getting the ball out and getting
Patrick
off the
wins
field.
one, flips it quickly to David, who comes up with it. Did they not have a guy in the wing? Did Wyoming not even have a guy in the wing with David?
I'm not sure. They should have.
They didn't.
They should have, or it's a penalty.
He must have run off the field as soon as Patrick got the ball. Oh, there's Wyatt shooting wide. The cage backed up by Sammy. But since the clock is running, that's really not a bad shot, I guess, at this stage of the game. Wyatt at X. Inside, score.
Inside roll. Late slide.
Got another one. Looked like he got hit.
Could have been a late hit. So if you're coaching this team, Mike, what do you start to do now when you run up a big lead like this?
Well, we've yet to see Wyoming with the ball on offense this half, Sam. And that's coming back from halftime. That's what I wanted to see. Are they going to adjust to Sam Taylor? Because while we're up 15-2, he can very quickly put this back into a stop clock type of a situation if they get him the ball and he's to find open gaps like he did in that first half.
What do you do on offense?
I don't know what to tell him on offense other than just keep doing what you're doing, and here we go again. That was smart. That Wyatt's out.
Nick Adair out there on the
now.
wing.
He's pulled Wyatt
Nick's
out of the game.
got a shot.
Okay, here's Charlie. This is next year's team.
You got Garrett coming out.
Charlie needs to be on the other side, and he's got a vicious. What was that?
Xander was trying to force a pass over to Nick.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought he faked a pass.
The goalie
he
picked
threw
it
right
off.
in the goalie's stick. I think he just wanted a chance to ride the goalie again.
Looks like Wyoming.
Comes Garrett Anderson racing back on D, which is good to see.
Wyoming's got it clear, and they're going to set up on offense.
Okay, now here's Sam Taylor, and we're doing the same zone, I think. I don't think we've adjusted or changed.
I can't tell yet.
Well, it doesn't look like anybody's
Nobody's up top.
No, but nobody's ISOing Sam Taylor, who's got the ball now on the wing. I'm just curious, what do you do to stop Sam Taylor? There's a shot off cage
wide.
by number 10, backed up by Wyoming. So here comes freshman attackman number 17 bringing it back in. As I said, we got to watch him for a couple quarters in the JV game. And as always, it gets around to Sam Taylor. 21 shot by number 10 again, bounces over the cage. That's going to be backed up by Indian Hill.
That's a nice
That
backup
should be.
by Josh.
Did they give it to us?
Absolutely.
Good. That was good hustle by Josh Young.
That stick up. Some things never.
Run, Henry,
some
run.
habits
Just
for me
run,
never
Henry. Look behind you. There we go. Nice clear. Come on, Nick. Got to go now, brother. Okay, he got to midfield. Now we got to get the touch. Okay, here's Charlie from the position I want him. One split dodge and a shot. There it is. Oh, just off cage. Ooh.
Well backed up. That was close.
That was close. That's the shot I've been looking for from Charlie. He has that split dodge, and he always gets his hands free. But then a lot of times he'll wait. I think he wants another one.
He's looking for it. Or
No,
maybe
he's going to
Ridge.
give Ridge a shot. Boom. Oh, and the save.
Ridge goes high to high.
This is going to be
Tough
okay.
ride.
They're moving it up the field quick. They're going fast. There's a cross crease. Is that Taylor again?
That is Taylor again.
That's
It's
a
a
goal.
one-man scoring machine.
Yep.
He beat somebody on the outside wing.
Cowboys goal scored by number 21.
Just kind of a slow, fast break. These guys were hustling to get back to the hole. Clock still runs as we still have the 12-goal differential. Ferris is going to take the face-off for the Braves. Got Borden and Kleekamp on the wings. Xander, Wyatt, and Sammy are back on attack. Oh, I'm sorry, Wyatt's not back on attack.
No, I think Wyatt may be done for the evening. Oh, that's got to be a push.
And they're not going to call
Yeah,
the
they
push
will. They're
until
waiting for
there's a
possession. Here's the top line in my scouting report, Sam.
Stop Taylor.
Yeah, that was it.
Well,
It wasn't a very extensive report, but that was in bold.
I think the best defense
And he's
for us
proven,
right now is
proven
keeping
to be
the ball
guy
on
to
offense.
watch. We're still up 12, so it's still a running clock. Now we're up 13 because
And
Sammy Richardson just rips one from an assist from Xander. That was nice to see. I'm glad to see Sammy get fired up here.
Xander Johnson.
We don't have our score sheet that we always have with us, so I don't know who's got what. I'm a little out of sorts here, Sam.
I think that's Richardson's first goal for sure.
Of the night, yeah.
Oh, no. He had the other one on the...
Oh, that's right. That was a nice shot. Went
Oh,
right
that was a
off
nice
stick
rip.
high. The goalie didn't have a chance.
did. And it set up the shot as
Yeah.
well, too, because it looked like
Like
he was
low to
going...
high, and he was all over the place. So here's Ferris again at the X with 2 minutes and counting. Kicks it up to Graham Weiler. Graham Weiler comes up to Sammy. I'd like to see Sammy have a big splash here and get a couple more. There's Graham firing that
Graham
cage.
with the pole.
Holy
Takes a shot.
cow.
It was a nice shot.
It was a nice shot.
He's going to stay on.
Okay,
play
here
some
we go.
defense
This
here.
is Sam Pendry, number 5, running up the sideline with the pole, making the clear. And he makes the clear to 27, one of their two-way middies.
Who we got out on defense, Mike?
Looks like we got Tyler Johnson, Josh Young, and
Kenny down low.
Kenny Devine. And then Duke Weiler is the LSM. So there's the 4 poles. And then we got Cole, Jack Wilson up top. That's it. You're only allowed 6.
Oh, and Jack
just
with a
intercepts.
nice-
What? I didn't know there was a flag down. So we're going man down. Looks like Graham is running to the sideline. It's either on him or maybe not. I don't know who it's on.
Can't tell.
It's Graham. He's kneeling down.
Graham takes a knee. I didn't see that flag.
I didn't either. It must have been way back here because I just saw a flag
Behind
get
that
thrown
flag?
from all the way at this end of the field. That must have been a...
See, I didn't see the call either. Did you, Mike?
I did not. I did not.
It's only 34 seconds left. I'm guessing they're going to hold on to this ball. Maybe not.
Yep. Sam Taylor's going to hold it out top until the clock runs, which is fine. That's going to burn up at least half of their penalty. Oh, he's coming forward. He might want to take a rip. Maybe they were...
Good defense.
Boy, this would be a nice time for a turnover. Get that ball for the...
Two
off
off.
cage.
And that's going to be a whistle to end the period, or the horn to end the period. So we are going to have a
So it's going to have a
face-off.
face-off. That ball was not in the possession of anybody at the end of the period. So that's a huge win for Indian Hill, even though we're going to be man down for about I guess, about 30 seconds or so.
30 seconds, but we got the face-off, and Ferris tonight, I think, has only lost
He's been pretty
2
good.
or 3, primarily at the end of that quarter.
So at the end of 3, we're up 16-3 over the Wyoming Cowboys, and this is the margin that our boys always wanted to beat Wyoming by and never seemed to be able to do it. We always played them very tight and closer than we felt we should, but Duke.
Wanted to mention that tonight, up here filming next to us is Chris Lopez. And if you don't know Chris, he is the team videographer for the Indian Hill Braves. Has been for how many years now? 5 years?
Wow.
5 years. He's been around longer than I have.
Yeah.
He's a fixture on the team, very, very, very important member of the Indian Hill staff. And we're glad to have him here. You might not have heard of him, but 2 million people have seen his videos on ESPN. If you saw the hidden ball trick that made it on Instagram and Twitter on the SC Top 10, that video was courtesy of Chris Lopez.
It's one of those moments that somebody posted and somebody ran with it, and it, as they say, it went viral, and it was kind of a big deal for about 3 or 4 days there. We were watching the views climb and climb and climb, and before you know it, it was on ESPN Top 10. So that was kind of fun.
We got Cooper Weiler coming out to take a face-off tonight, so we have to add yet another Weiler to the field.
That's what I said. We're thick with Weilers.
So
we are man down on the face-off, though. I'm not.
When his brother's in the penalty box, they bring out another Weiler to make sure that we always have a Weiler on the field. And Cooper.
Get on the ball now,
Cooper.
boys. And he wins the face-off and the ground ball.
And gets a GB.
Get on that one now, Henry.
Let's see what Henry does. Henry's been playing some box, so he knows what to do. And Brian Lewis
gets the midfield, and looks like he's going to get the clear.
Gets the man down.
There's a flag down.
He took a slash.
Are they offsides or the slash?
It looks like he took a slash.
Brian's going to the goal.
I don't blame him.
I think he went in the crease, but still, it's going to be a man up.
We're going to be man up, and Brian, that was a nice play by Brian.
Let's see if they bring back in our man up team, or if they're going to leave in the guys that are out there.
They gave him an offsides, Mike. That's a technical. 30 seconds.
30-second man up. I'm just curious. A lot of times,
and
they're bringing in the guns. So. And I think the reason for this is they probably don't spend a lot of time practicing man-up plays with other than the man-up team.
Right. It's nice to practice against somebody that doesn't know what you're doing every time.
Yeah. So
maybe try something different. Who knows?
I mean,
we're man down on our man up.
Are we?
Oh, there we go.
Cole's taking that one, and he's ripping that one home.
Wow.
Burned it. Cole's on fire tonight with his shot. He's really hitting.
He likes it when he gets a step or two.
Yeah.
He can really get that ball moving. That'll kill the penalty. Wyoming will be full strength.
So
they're going to put Cooper Weiler out on the wing now, replacing his brother.
So we're
at LSM.
We got Cooper and David Borden and Patrick Ferris, the Patrick Ferris at the face-off back.
Looks like Wyatt's night is done tonight.
Yeah, I think that was.
Wondering when we're going to start peeling some of these other guys off. Probably not too distant future.
Okay, here goes Patrick.
Patrick with another face-off win, and he's fast. And he almost had it.
Andrew Washenko strips Nick Adair.
And it looks like Wyoming's going to clear.
And they get their clear.
We've got Cooper Weiler back on D along with Cooper Lezchek. We've got the double coop.
The double coop. The coop. The coop stack, as they've been.
Coop stacks.
The coop stacks.
As they might say on the bench.
Yes. They call Charlie DeGennaro 2 stacks because he's 22 and he's. Lezchek
goes for the ground ball.
Cooper Weiler comes up with it.
And the other Cooper comes up with it.
So Cooper to Cooper. Cooper Lezchuk kind of clears a path for Cooper Weiler to come in and take the ball. Now you got Will Adair in there on the wing. You got Nick Adair.
We got a goalie change coming in.
We got the Adair brothers in the game now, along with Robbie Gutman, freshman Robbie Gutman at X.
We're throwing PJ back on D.
Other than Cole Warbrick at the top, this is next year's team you're watching right now.
Josh Austin has jumped in at the goal.
Okay.
Along with PJ McCoglin.
So
Tyler Johnson's going to stay out there on his side, and we've got Will Kleekamp dropping back.
Charlie rips and scores. There's Charlie DeGennaro.
I was paying attention to the defense.
That's not delivery.
That's DeGennaro.
So 18-3 with 8:15 left, and this one is pretty much in the book, but it is a lot of fun to watch some of these young guys out here. Oh, and here comes another Devine. Carson Devine is coming out on defense now.
Now we've got 2 Weilers out on the field. We've got, no. We got Schwanekamp coming out on the wing.
Schwane's on the wing. So basically, other than Pat Ferris, everybody on the field is really like almost a sophomore. Schwane's a junior, but I think almost everybody else is a sophomore on the field
gets the
now.
Clear.
There's Adair. He's a freshman.
There's Will Adair.
There's Nick Adair. He's a sophomore.
Brother
Here's
Nick Adair.
Coming to Robbie Gutman, who's a freshman. This is the future's bright for Indian Hill. That's out to
I'd like to see
Garrett
this ball
Anderson.
movement. I'd like to see this ball movement get going. We got Brad up out there.
There's Brad out there. He's a senior.
Brad's probably out there to make sure they run his offense properly.
Yeah.
Keep them in line. And Garrett
Anderson.
Love to see him
take a dodge and fire one here.
Watch this big overhand shot he's got.
He dodges inside, shoots. Oh, just off
nice
cage.
Shot,
Robbie Gutman comes up with it.
Good ground ball by Robbie.
Really good. I like what I've seen so far from Robbie this year. He's going to be a real nice ex-attackman.
A lot of nice players.
Tall and rangy.
A lot of nice players on that JV squad, Mike.
Oh, Will Adair gets picked. He's not going to like that. Good thing this guy's faster than Will, because he'd catch him and probably get a penalty. Oh, long pass across and a goal by none other than Sam Taylor.
He's got a nice release, I'll tell you what.
He's got all 4 of their goals. Everybody in. We're getting or posing for photos here up in the booth. I don't know if they have enough light up here to take a picture or
clock still runs. It's 6 minutes left, 18-4 Braves. And we've got...
Let's see. Oh, Cooper Weiler back at the face-off X.
Take the face-off.
Are we man down? Jinx.
We're playing
Brian
man down.
Lewis is on the wing over there now. Is that Brian or is that... Yeah, that's Brian. Okay. But we don't have...
We've got 26 has taken a knee in the...
Okay. Brad got a penalty.
Brad must have gotten a penalty on that play.
Must
have been behind the play.
It must have been. I was kind of predicting that Will Adair was going to get a penalty on that play if he caught the guy, but turns out Brad went ahead and did it for him.
So we've got really next year's attack line out there. Huh?
Yeah. That's why I said this is kind of fun to see. There's this could go our way if Brian can get to the ball, and he does. That's going Wyoming.
It's going Wyoming. It was close.
That was
based on the sound on the bench. It was close. But
what you call a scrum. Could have gone either way on the side. Hard to tell. But with the score being what it is, and with our
no trail checks, boys. Stay in front.
Shot from 7 off cage. And that's Robert. Or is that Josh Austin? Yeah, it's still Josh Austin in the cage. Okay.
Now in goal for the Braves. Number 20, Josh Austin.
Here comes freshman 17 over to 22. Number 7.
And guess 21. What he's going to do?
And he assists number 22 on the crease. So he's pretty much doing everything that we knew he was going to do. Granted, he's doing it against our freshman-sophomore team at this stage, but regardless, I think a lot of the guys we have on the field
You can tell by the setup what they're getting ready to do out
Yeah.
there. They've got him up high. Knew he was going to draw a guy out. They know they're playing a zone.
Well, we got Patrick
got
Ferris
some
back
guys
to
ball
face-off
watching.
X, and we got David Borden back on the wing with Graham Weiler on the wing. So I think Coach McKay is kind of going back to
Wants to play some offense.
Cowboys are calling.
David Borden taking the ball.
And it looks like Patrick's going to stay on. No, Patrick's
he's
going
running
to come
off.
off.
He's running off. He doesn't want to be out there on offense.
And nice clearing job by nice job getting that ball to X by David Borden. Will's going to get played there. He's got to know that.
Get on that, Brad. Don't cross that line.
Brad's got a nice dodge. I think they're looking at killing clock right now. Maybe trying to get some goals out of this attack line.
There's Will Adair
Adair's
taking a shot. He's a beast.
Shot off, backed up by Upham.
That was a nice dodge
Actually
and
by
shot.
Robbie
though.
Gutman backing that up.
So Robbie coming from X, and I think you're right. This is probably our attack line next year, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. Along with a couple of other guys.
Yeah.
They've got some short sticks, that's for sure.
Here's Garrett bouncing one high. Robbie's going to back that up as well. I really I like Robbie. I like Nick's skill set. Robbie's got great vision and good size.
Things speed up a
Back
little bit
there.
at this game, and you
They
can tell
do.
that. This team has only lost. The JV team.
Oh, and there's your Garrett Anderson rocket from the top
There's
overhead.
Garrett. You're going to see a lot of that next year.
Where have you been, Garrett? That's exactly what we want.
Number 13.
Beautiful.
They've eased Garrett back
Beautiful.
in this
And
year.
he was-
He had a
and he
bad
was
knee injury
covered.
last year, and he's recovering from it still. And they kind of taken their time to make sure that he comes back the right way.
He's had the good fortune, and we've had the good fortune of not having to rush him back. We've got some pretty good short stick offensive players, and I it would have been too bad if he would have had to play more because Patrick just snapped that up.
Ferris wins the face of the
I think Patrick wants to stay on. I think he's
don't-
begging with the coaches to let him stay on.
Yeah.
And they got Weiler up top with the pole.
Here's Adair wants a goal. He always wants a goal, but I think he really wants one.
He likes
here.
to shoot. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. It's kind
Can't
of
score if you don't shoot.
Right. Here's Charlie DeGeneres going to take his step and release and a
And
goal. It
squeaks
snuck in. That's
Deej gets another. I thought he was going to look back to Westy. If you looked on that opposite side, Westy had his stick open and could have made the exact same shot. But
well, that may
Deej
be
will take
it,
it.
Sam. We're at 59 seconds and running, and they're taking their time getting out here to the face-off X. I imagine they'll get another face-off here, but I would be surprised if this isn't the final score, 20-5.
well, it's a nice win tonight for the Braves.
Yeah.
They came out. They did what we had hoped they would do, and that is not play down to an opponent that clearly had a weaker schedule, weaker team, and really went to work early and made sure that this one was put out of reach.
Patrick wins the face-off, but loses the ground ball. So he didn't win the face-off because they didn't award possession.
Wyoming's going to make an attempt to clear and score here. The defense better pack it in. I'm looking at Taylor over here by himself, but they
Nice
take a
save
shot.
by Henry that's David or
That's Rudy.
Robert Brunner. Rudy is in the game now.
Rudy's in and makes a
And-
nice save.
Great. It's good for him to get a save at
Yeah.
the end of the game, and that's a very satisfying win against a Wyoming team that we've historically.
Coaches and
Beaten,
players
but
got to
at
be
a
really
tough
happy
time.
with the result tonight.
Yeah, I think
Excellent
so.
game. And what do we got next on the schedule, Mike?
I think we have that team from
Summit?
Hogwarts next week.
We have to
on
play at
Saturday.
Hogwarts.
Yes,
correct?
we do. Which is
Saturday.
a great place to play.
What time are we playing that
I
game?
am not positive. I think it's in now. There's no varsity game, so it's just a
no JV.
game. I'm sorry. There's no JV game.
Yeah. I
There's
think it's a
just
4. I
varsity.
think that's a 4 o'clock
I
game
believe
on
it is.
Saturday. So
Our
if anyone
next
wants to see
broadcast-
Hogwarts, they can come out to.
come out and watch.
the Summit watch
This
up.
is a fun team to watch. They're getting their mojo up, But our next and final broadcast of the regular season will be against Sycamore, which will be our senior night. So that'll be the next time we see you, and you see us from your internet connection. And other than that, that was a great night. Thank you, Sam. This was a lot of fun.
See you next time.
Signing off. This is Mike
Exclusive
Gruen.
coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.